21 academic session. Accounting, PhD. English language and literary studies, MA and PhD. Mass communication, PGD and MSc. Measurement and evaluation, PhD. Microbiology, PhD. Political science, PhD. Biology education, MEd. Chemistry education, MEd. Physics education, MEd. Mathematics education, MEd and PhD. Computer science education, MEd. Recall also that we have been running some programs in our School of Postgraduate Studies approved by National University Commission, and these programs already got approval from the NUC. MEd Curriculum Development, MEd Language Education, MEd Measurement Evaluation, PGD and MSc Accounting, PGD and MSc Banking and Finance, PGD and MSc Economics, PGD and MSc International Relations, PGD and MSc Management, PGD and MSc Political Science, MSc Psychology, PGD and MSc Public Administration. Then MSc Biotechnology, MSc Computer Science, MSc Microbiology, MSc Physics. Recall that I informed you last time that these programs have been running in the university. Now we have reached the zenith of university education, and that is the award of PhD. So this is the good news I would like to share with the media, men and women here. Godfrey Okoye University, I've always said, is one of the fastest growing universities in Nigeria. Within 10 years of its existence, it has reached the zenith of academic activities in any university in the world. Once you have your PhD, there is nothing more to say, nothing more to add to the growth of the university, just to continue to expand. But you have actually reached the zenith of your work, your activity as a university. So that's it, why I've invited you for you to share this good news with me and inform the general public that they can now do their PhD in Godfrey Okoye University, approved by the National Universities Commission. Thank you, and God bless you.
Well, gentlemen of the press, you are free to ask questions for clarifications or more information about what you heard. Can fire on.
Okay, I will ask as the questions come. I want to know whether the school has the infrastructure to support these various programs. That's number one. And in these challenging times, following the outbreak of this coronavirus pandemic, how have you been faring? How do you think private institutions have been faring? Because we know that you don't actually receive, I don't know whether you receive support from the federal government in terms of citing infrastructure in the school. So how have you been faring in terms of payment of staff salaries and most of them?
Thank you. The first question, of course, before you get the approval of the National Universities Commission, you must have satisfied some criteria. Part of that is infrastructure, the physical infrastructure, the teaching personnel, the laboratories, if you need laboratories, all the things required for the program to take off. Of course, you know these programs have had their undergraduate components. You can't mount a PhD without an undergraduate program. So since 2009, we've been running undergraduate programs in these areas, and we've been having successful accreditations. And we felt after some time that we needed to go higher, and then we built one of the biggest School of Postgraduate Studies, quite impressive. And then we applied to have MSc, MEd in some areas, and got the approval of the National University Commission. So after 2 years of these programs, we felt, okay, we needed to go high again. Of course, that meant improving our infrastructure again and employing more professors and all that. And we did that and invited the NUC for verification visit, resource verification visit. And after the verification visit, the NUC gave out this approval that I presented to you today. So infrastructure is taken for granted before you get approval, because the National University Commission will never give you approval when you don't have the infrastructure to run a program. That's actually the role of the body. Ensure that what is needed for the program to succeed is available in the university. Now, how have we been faring? Well, this is God's own university. When it is God's own university, expect miracles. So I don't know how we've been faring, but I think we have done well. First of all, we have never stopped from beginning till now. We have never stopped. No pausing, nothing. We have continued everything we've been doing. During the lockdown, we went online, 100% online. We graduated our students. We've been having our Senate meetings, our council meetings, everything online. This is one university in this country where activities are done 100% online. So because of our strong online presence, we've been able to carry through without any hindrance. Also, because we have not stopped, we have also continued to enjoy the benefits and the grace, tremendous grace of God. We are not owing anybody any salary, and by God's grace, we are not going to owe anybody any salary. So that is it. Don't ask me the details because I don't even know. It is God's own university.
Okay. Yeah. Now, there's this also the aspect of, I don't know whether the federal government, whether they cite, this is their intervention, infrastructural intervention, whether they cite it in private schools.
No, well, they don't actually. So we have been excluded from TED fund and everything that is, actually government owned for reasons best known to the authorities. Our argument has been those we are training are from the Nigerian employment market. They are Nigerians, and everybody contributes to the funding. Okay, TED fund is not contributed by government officials alone, but also by the private sector. So we don't understand this exclusion, and the exclusion from the project you just mentioned is just our own way of doing things. But I believe that if you are convinced that you have something to contribute, you go ahead and do it, irrespective of challenges. The Catholic Church has always seen education as part of its mandate. And this mandate does not come from human beings, it comes from God himself. So the church is not going to be looking left and right when it comes to the education of people. The church has always gone the extra mile, and that is precisely what is happening here. With or without government support, this university will continue.
Admission into these areas of study, admission into these granted approval, has it begun, or when will it take off?
Immediately, we've got the approval, because one thing I don't do here is to begin anything without the NUC approval. I've always believed that when you do something well, then you'll have less headache. So I don't like cutting corners. I don't like being very faster than the policy or regulations actually stipulate. I always, first of all, follow the rules and regulations. NUC says before you mount any program, invite us for the service, and we do that. And if NUC tells us go ahead, we go ahead. Yesterday we got it approval, dated 10th of February. So from now, from this moment, we can start admitting students into this program.
So in the area of lecturing, can the school gotten enough lecturers to handle this new approval, this new course?
Yeah, that's why I said the resource visit of the NUC is to check whether you have the resources, the human and material resources for the program. And if the NUC says we have the resources, it means we have the resources. Yeah, we have enough professors to take care of PhD. Yeah, and we have also the facilities. By the way, our School of Postgraduate Studies is one of the best you can find in Southeast. You can go down there where the law faculty is. It's very big and actually befitting for postgraduate programs.
Prof, this university is expected to hold its 12th matriculation in few days from now. May you use this opportunity to tell us more about this coming event and the shape it will take.
Yes, it is a matriculation that is going to take place in the context of the pandemic. We have to scale down a lot of things. We are going to invite only one of the parents, only one of them will be present here, so we don't have any crowd. We are going to exclude a good number of members of staff from this. Only professors, deans, and HODs will be present, and not all the students will be present. We want to ensure that we don't have any crowd. The important thing is to admit the students formally so that they can write the exams. So it's not going to be as colorful as our matriculation used to be because of the situation we find ourselves in. But we are going to matriculate our students, and we expect to matriculate more than 700 students, new students of the university. So that's it. in a nutshell.
So what message, because for some students and some parents, they may want to be part of the event. What message are you sending across, both to students and the parents?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to congratulate those who have got admission here. It is a thing of joy to get admission in Godfrey Okoye University. There are some areas of our listen are very competitive. The law faculty, for example, is so difficult to get admission because of the competition. Again, another some areas like architecture, computer science, these areas are hotcakes here. So if you have succeeded in getting admission in Godfrey Okoye University, I would like to say congratulations to you. And to the parents, I congratulate them because the students cannot be here without the parents. They make the sacrifices, they make it possible for them to be here. So I'd like to congratulate them for choosing Godfrey Okoye University and also for supporting their children or works to be in this university. My assurance is that Godfrey Okoye University will not disappoint the parents. We'll do our job well, we'll make sure that they read, we'll make sure that we keep them on their seats so that they can do their work and graduate and become a source of pride to the parents. Unfortunately, many of the parents will not be here because of the pandemic, but we are going to do live streaming of the event so that they can join us online. We're also going to ensure that our Zoom facilities will be on so that those who want to log in and be part of what is happening can do so. So it's unfortunate that not all of them will be here, but I pray that parents understand the situation and find ourselves in it.
Okay.
You said you'll be matriculating over more than 700 students. Does that figure include postgraduate students?
No.
Freshers?
Just undergraduates. That's figure includes undergraduates. More than 1,000 persons have applied. They are just being conservative because they are still uploading their results. You don't know who will have issues. So that's why I keep it at 700 about that. By next week, we'll know the exact number.
Prof, the university's European Park, which is expected to host over 50 European companies, is expected to kick off around April this year. In fact, today I saw one of the organizers of that park around. May you tell us more about this park?
Yes, the Gouni European Business Park is going to be one of the biggest parks in any Nigerian university. It has already taken off because the clearing and everything, installation of water facilities and internet facilities and the design of the road, everything is ready. The main buildings are going to take off from any moment from now. The whole idea of the park is to reiterate my emphasis on the connection of town and gown. Town representing the world outside the university and gown representing the university. These two arms must come together. Recall that we organized town and gown assembly where we brought industries from outside to be here and tell us what they're doing and show us areas of research for them, because the university must be doing research for the industries. So now we want to bring companies into our university. European companies, American companies, and also Nigerian companies. Already about 10 European companies have signed in to be domiciled in our business park. And that means that we're going to host big companies like Kekelit and so many others. They will be there present, be doing their production. The students will have the opportunity of doing the IT in these companies. These companies will have the opportunity of influencing the activities of the university and also, of course, employing the university, the students when they graduate. So that is it. So this arrangement, this connection between town and gown will be happening at the main campus of Godfrey Okoye University. Like I said, it is going to be the biggest business park of any Nigerian university. The European Union is involved in this, the Austrian government is involved in it, the German government is involved in it, and as a matter of fact, the Nigerian government is also fully in support of this. Our vice president was there in Vienna when the Austrian government mentioned this European business park. And our vice president thanked the Austrian government for citing this park in Godfrey Okoye University. It's also part of the arrangement to see how we can solve the problem of migration. Young people finish and they don't have any job, they have to go to Europe. So we're trying to see whether we can bring the European companies here to provide training and provide employment to our young people instead of they're going to this thing and some of them drowning in the Mediterranean Sea. So it's a kind of a university is trying to see whether migration issues can be solved as much as we can. And the European government is fully in support of this. That's why I call it the biggest European, the biggest business park you can find in any Nigerian university.
Any other question, gentlemen? Thank you so much, Prof, for granting us this opportunity to hear directly from you on new developments in this university.
Thank you, journalists, for always representing us well. I congratulate all of you because we're always present in this country because of you. Thank you so much for the work you're doing.